All right, hi everybody, it's me, Bungo 922. It's Wednesday, another episode of Bungo Stray Dogs Season 4, Episode 6, Tragic Sunday. OMG. I knew this was coming, but I didn't know what was happening. Because you see the trailer of the new season, and based on the trailer, you know, okay, something's going to happen. Something's happening in this season where the detective agency is going to be on the run. They did something, and you're like, what did they do? Well, this was actually kind of interesting because I've noticed that what we're seeing here, based on the first three episodes, well, was it three episodes? No, not the three episodes. Based on the last two episodes, and based here, we have the theme of a book, a novel. That's what I've noticed. But this was called Tragic Sunday. We begin with Satsuchi, who's with what's his name? Dopo, Kunakeda. And he's training him and tells him how you shouldn't run into things, the tiger's strong, but you're weak, that whole spiel. So they get an award from their great deeds that they did last season. This bow and arrow from the investigation agency, I believe, special investigation agency, and that's what happens. And then we go into this plot point. Now, as we know from last episode, what's his face, whose name I don't remember. I will have to look it up. My apologies. Mushitaro, who told Rampo there's going to be a case that is given to the detective agency. Do not take it. Do not. He said, do not. If you do, it spells doom for the detective agency. They took it. But see, the thing is this. The president was like, no, he still wants to go ahead and do it. He still wants to because of just the pride of the detective agency and because people are counting on them and also this stuff. And then Rampo was on his way. That was like after the whole training thing with Satsuchi. Rampo left after he told the president that and investigate why this is happening. So let's start with Rampo, because what Rampo finds out is so unbelievable, but it's true. So what he finds out, he does his investigation, and he locates this guy's name. I think his name was Tenzin? Tenzin? Let me see if I can find him on here. No, I don't think I can. I don't see his name. Damn. But I believe he called him Tenzin or something like that. He called him like director or, something along those lines. But anyway, he talks to this guy. This guy's been shot, and he tells him about the decay of angels and of the murders that have been going on, and basically that there's a book. This book allows you to make your own reality by writing in it. Not like really a death note. It's more like you basically you create your own reality by writing this book. One of the pages from this book was teared off. Essentially, this guy Nikolai and the other guy, Fyodor probably has one page of this book, and he's writing in it, and logistically what transpires is they make it to reality that the detective agency members are the ones who kill these top officials in the government. That's the whole story. That's it. That's what they do. And they do it, and it happens. It's kind of unbelievable, but it's a gift. It's, the whole spiel with this show. Now, also he finds out that then this comes back to the first 3 episodes, because they reference it in this episode. They reference what Rampo was doing in the past before Detective Agency, that guy. And he said he called themselves V. Well, it's not V, it's 5, which references the 5 decay angels. So this is why we have these 3 episodes. These 3 episodes essentially are connecting from that to this. So it makes sense. Now, after Rampo gets that whole spiel, the Detective Agency decides to investigate the murders. Sadasuchi runs into the guy who gave the award to, to the president. Yeah, to Yukichi. And he smells him with his tiger sense of smell, and he notices he doesn't smell like coffee because he says he was in a coffee shop. And the guy's like, this is their doom. Oh, guess what happens to the guy who says that? He gets shot in like the next scene. And it's Nikolai. So this is all Nikolai and what's his face orchestrating this whole spiel with the Detective Agency and sending them to their doom. Also, what happens, all this evidence comes forward regarding Danzai and the president. All the killings the president did in the past, and Danzai when he was with the freaking mafia. And they're arrested for it. And that goes that direction. Okay. Now, Asuchi, he goes to try to stop this murder that is going to take place of these officials, because the officials are tied around chainsaw chains. Now, that's not a really good way to go. Anyway, he tries to save them. Nikolai stops him. And he gets the better of him, and he gets him stuck. Because his ability, Nikolai, is basically the whole business with he can create a portal, a teleportation portal, so he could just, and it's just got to be like a 30 feet range, so I guess he was in range, and he was able to grab his leg, stab him in the leg, and gave back his leg, and he got stuck in the ground, and can't do anything. So when ends up happening, the rest of the Detective Agency heads over to the place where this killing is going to happen. And they're in front of the door. They're ready to go in and stop this. The moment they're about to do that, Nikolai just stands there, and almost like it just happens. It just freaking happens. They're in front of the door. Now, they're wearing taking off white hoods, standing in front of these people that have just been murdered by them. And Nikolai is dead. Okay! Now, the only people, seemingly, who aren't being arrested or accused are Rampo and Adasuchi. Well, Adasuchi's in the underground area. He's stuck into the ground. So, go figure that. And Rampo, he's with that guy. So, the ones that are in real deep shit is Danzai, the president. Let me get the names. Danzai, the president. Then you have Kyoka. She's in deep shit. She was one of the hooded people. Kunakeda. not Miyazawa. He was outside, so he's not part of this. And the other one would be, I think, who was the other one who was caught in there? Oh, Tanizaki and Yosano. That's the one who's the doctor. Like presto Tejo, you're now a murderer. But this book is really the source of this plot, really, when you look at deeper into this situation. Now, that's sort of where the episode ends. You know, and you hear Rampo calls Kunakeda and say, "Get the hell out of there. Now! Get the hell out of there." He tells them. So, this is... And then that next episode, we're going to get these guys with red coats. They're like the hunting dogs. Now, the guy who leads them, I believe, is the same guy we saw in episode 1, 2, 3 of season 4, who basically was the president's boss? His master? You know? I believe so. I'm not 100% sure, but he was. This was back when he wasn't the detective agency president. He was a hired killer. He killed for the government and everything. So that's basically where we stand. And next week, we're going to get this. So they're going to be on the run. See, what I'm having a hard time understanding is how does the mafia get involved here? Because they're not the ones being persecuted here. So I don't understand what their involvement is. Unless they try to break out Donzai on the president and they get involved that way. But we'll see. But this was holy crapville presto changeo. I'm thinking about Skinnamarink again. Like the Bunny Rabbit presto changeo. So that's the episode. And listen, I didn't think this is how it was going to go down. I really didn't. I thought it was just going to be, okay, you know, it happens. They get caught. They get sinkered into this murder some other way. But no, it's a book. And what's funny is the last 2 episodes we've had involved a book as well. Well, involved a novel. And the whole just to pose on that. But you see, the only real person, really, if we're being honest here, the only person who's not caught in this conspiracy is Rampo. Now, Adasuchi, he's not, but he's in the same vicinity. So he's got to, like, get the fuck out of there somehow. But Rampo knows the whole story. So I think the only way they get out of this, the only way, they find that page, they find that book, and they erase it. They just go, eraser, just erase it. This is like more devastating. Really, this book is more devastating, I think, than the Death Note. I mean, Death Note, you just kill people. But this is alternating reality. This is some heavy shit right here. But we'll see how this goes. This was episode 6. So we're like halfway through, I would say. Yeah, we're probably like halfway through the season so far. So this is going to be interesting to see how 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 go. That's like about 6 episodes. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's like 6 episodes. So we'll see. This is Bungo 922. Tell you guys, what did you think about that scene? He's just standing there. It's like, Bristow Changeo, you're murderers now. That's weird. I'll see you guys later.